Okay, you've probably already come across channels like this that upload Animal POV videos, and they're pulling in millions of views. This brand new channel, for example, has just 27 videos, but it already crossed 200,000 subscribers. And if you think that's wild, this other new page has 1.2 million subscribers. And they all did this with a crazy, super secret niche. And to be honest, it looks pretty good, because I find myself watching some of these videos. Now, what you might not know is that every single thing I just showed you is AI generated. And in this complete course, I'm going to walk you through the entire process from start to finish. And just to be safe, I will only be using free AI tools, so anyone can try this from anywhere. Now, the very first thing you're going to need is a set of detailed prompts. Don't worry, the link for this one is in the description. Once you've got the master prompt, all you need to do is to then look for a chatbot. If you want a completely free option, I'd recommend going with DeepSeek, but I'm going to use ChatGPT for this course. I'm simply going to copy all of my prompts and then paste it into ChatGPT and simply send it. Now, once you send this prompt, your chatbot should now give you 15 different animal POV ideas that you could pick from. Whichever idea you pick is going to be the whole base of your video. For me, I think I'm going to go with idea number 1, which is the black garden ant. I think I like that, so I'm just going to type number 1 and then send it. Now, when you do this, your chatbot is now going to give you a series of very detailed prompts that you can use to automate the entire video production workflow. All right, so the first prompt your chatbot gives you is going to be to generate an image, which means we need an image generator for that step. For this tutorial, we're going to use Google Flow's image generator. So what I'm going to do first is sign up on their platform, and once I'm inside, I'll create a new project. It's pretty straightforward. Now, when you create that project, the next thing you'll see is the option to pick a model. Just go ahead and click on the model option down there. Once you click it, a pop-up window should appear. This pop-up lets you choose a few things like the aspect ratio you want to use, the type of model you want to use to generate the image, and a bunch of other customizable settings. To be honest, I usually like leaving most of these settings on default. It just works well without overcomplicating things. So I'll go back to my chatbot, copy my precise prompt for the image generation section, which is normally the very first prompt the chatbot gives you. Then I'll paste that prompt into Google Flow, and once everything looks good, I'll simply click on Generate. All right, now we've just gotten our first output, and I generated my image in the landscape ratio. Now, if you wanted to use this for shorts, you could simply switch the aspect ratio to portrait so the image comes out in that vertical format. This image actually looks really good. It shows a human holding an ant and attaching a small camera to it, which is exactly what I asked the prompt to generate. And just to be safe, I'm also going to run the exact same prompt again, but this time I'll generate it using the portrait aspect ratio. That way you can clearly see that this same prompt still works perfectly with the portrait format as well. Now that we've got our images ready, the next step is to animate them by turning them into videos. That's what's going to bring the whole thing to life. But for this tutorial, we need two things. First, the tool has to be completely free. And second, it needs to allow us to extend our videos so we can make them longer. Right now, the only tool that lets us do this completely for free is Grok. So here's what you want to do. Just open your browser, search for Grok, and then sign up using your Google account or your Twitter account. Once you're in, all you need to do is click on the video section. When you click it, a pop-up window will appear, and inside that pop-up, there's a section where you can upload your image. After the image finishes uploading, the next step is very simple. Just go back to your chatbot and then copy prompt number 2, which is the first video generation prompt. Once you've copied it, paste that prompt into Grok and then simply click on Generate. Within a couple of seconds, the platform should process everything, and you'll end up with a video that looks like this. You can see that this video kind of covers the animal entering the tunnel, but it stops midway, and that's because the clip is only 6 seconds long. So what we need to do now is extend the video. The way I do that is very simple. I just click on the 3 dots at the edge of the video, and then I click on Extend Video. When you do this, it takes you to a completely new interface. Once you're there, just go back to your chatbot, copy prompt number 3, which is the second video generation prompt, then paste it into Grok and click Generate. What this does is pretty interesting. It basically takes the last frame from our previous video and then continues the animation, extending the clip to make it longer. So instead of the video being 6 seconds, it now becomes 12 seconds. Right now, Grok is the only free tool that can do this, which is honestly why we chose it for this tutorial. For the free users, when you generate videos on Grok, the quality will usually come out a bit low. But don't worry, there's an easy fix for that. All you need to do is click on the 3 dots again and then choose the upscale feature. This will increase the quality of your video.
Now, what you do next is simply head back to your chatbot and then copy the next prompt, which should be prompt number 4, to extend your video by a few more seconds. Now remember, every single extension you make adds 6 seconds to your video. So if you make about 10 extensions, that would give you roughly a 1-minute video.
And honestly, we recommend staying around that range, especially for people who want to post their videos on TikTok, because that length helps you become eligible for the monetization program on the platform. So from here, the process is very simple. Just extend the video, then upscale the quality, then extend again, then upscale again. Now, you can repeat this process as many times as you want, depending on how long you want your video to be.
But if you want that absolute premium quality look, you can also run your video through a video upscaler to improve the clarity even more. The one I personally use is called Winx Video AI. It's a local software that runs directly on my computer. Now, if your computer isn't powerful enough to run software like this, that's completely fine. You can still search for a free video upscaler in your browser and use one of those online tools instead.
But overall, that's pretty much the entire process of creating these Animal POV camera videos.